Larger class sizes, fewer teachers, and fewer programs are all possible impacts of potential cuts to education in Washington. Districts and college universities could lose up to $2 billion in funding. Late this afternoon, KXLY4's Erik Loney spoke to teachers, their union, and Spokane Public Schools about the impacts of the cuts. He's live tonight. Erik.
Administrators from Spokane Public Schools don't know how the state budget cuts will impact them. They're waiting for a final number from the state. They should get it by the end of the month. The number they're hearing is anywhere between $4 and $12 million right now. The district, some teachers, and the teachers union held a press conference about the cuts this afternoon. Today they learned the governor is now asking state lawmakers to temporarily lift the levy lid for school districts. That means districts could collect more property taxes, so no more, or more than they're collecting now, but no more than voters have approved. The governor's office said public schools could collect, or Spokane Public Schools would end up collecting about $1.4 million more. Central Valley could collect about $1.7 million. The legislature still has to approve the idea. The teachers union has said these cuts would put education in Washington state back 20 years. And we asked them about that statement.
Is it rhetoric to talk about sending back 20 years? I don't know if it's 20 years. Is it a setback? Absolutely.
Now, the state has increased Spokane Public Schools' money the last 3 years. You can see by these numbers. Now, when you look in the most recent year, $214 million. Now, in the worst case scenario, the district would lose about $13 million, going down to $202 million, so a little bit more than they got last school year. Now, we asked Spokane Public Schools about these figures, and they said you can't really look at it this way. You couldn't go straight across, like couldn't just run the last year's school budget because the cost of everything has gone up. So they would have to make cuts if the state legislature makes cuts that deep. Reporting live, Erik Loney, KXLY4 HD News.